We're on day 3 of our 12-day cross-country trip. We've covered a lot of ground. It feels like we've been gone a week already. We left Mustang, Oklahoma this morning, my brother's house, and we are on the way to Abilene, Kansas, where we have a house. We're going to see the house, visit the rental property, check on it. So we'll be able to write some of this trip off. And we're going to do a couple grave sites and stuff in Abilene, and then we're going to head to Colorado Springs so we can stay there tonight and wake up in the Garden of the Gods, hopefully, in the morning. So that's the plan for today, day 3. We're on Eisenhower Memorial Highway, heading towards Abilene, Kansas. This is on K-15, and this is probably pretty close to the route the cowboys took from Texas to drive the cattle up to Abilene so they could get it on the railways to send the beef east and west. They used to drive cattle up from Texas up to Abilene, and this is probably pretty close to the route they took into Abilene, I assume. Nothing but farm and silos out here. Oh, little cemetery.
Got you another cemetery.
Yeah. We are here in Abilene, Kansas at the gravesite of Dwight D. Eisenhower. So I'm gonna turn this around and we're gonna go in his memorial here. Here in Abilene, Kansas, visiting the gravesite of Thomas James Bear River Smith. He was a marshal here in Abilene, Kansas before Wild Bill Hickok was here. I think Wild Bill Hickok, I believe, was immediately following him. So, I'm gonna show you the grave here. Antique stores there. Big car. And Brett, he worked right there. That was an alcove. And he worked over here. There was a Ford dealership called Green Ford. It was his first job. It's right over here. It's not, I don't think, it closed down when he was working there. That building right there next to the Burger King, that was where he worked. What you want, BK or McDonald's? Leaving Abilene, we're headed to Colorado Springs, Colorado, to see the Garden of the Gods. Looks like we got 420 something?
431 miles.
431 miles to go. So that's where we should be spending the night tonight. We're trying to find a place to eat. We got all these options. I'm gonna show you what we got. Who knew it was a long way across Kansas? So hard to see. So while I'm walking down from the Glenwood Cemetery, let me tell you about day 3 of the 12-day cross-country trip. So that was all, of course, yesterday. But yesterday we got up at my brother's house in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and we drove to Abilene, Kansas, and saw the rental property that we own there, and went to visit the grave of General or President Dwight D. Eisenhower, and he can't go in because of COVID. So I got some video of the outside, and then we got in the car, and we were trying to make it to the Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we made it there, but we didn't make it before daylight. I mean, the sun was coming down. We were 30 minutes away, and then the sun was down a little more, and then it was 20 minutes away. It was dark when we got there, and we did get out and kind of see as much as we could. You can still ride inside the Garden of the Gods. You can drive through there till 10 o'clock at night, I believe. So we drove around and saw as much as we could see at night. And you know, our original plan was to stay in a hotel and wake up there and see the Garden of the Gods if we got there at night. But we decided to push forward and came on here to Glenwood Springs and got a hotel. Anyway, I had a phone call. Anyway, we went ahead and pushed to Glenwood Springs, Colorado, so we could come here and do this gravesite. It's pretty much the only reason we came here. Stayed in a hotel, which was nice, instead of in the van. And we're gonna push on.